Hi, Jake. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thanks. I'm sure we'll ask you some hockey questions in a few minutes, but first, couple of issues to dive into just with everything you went through over the past year. Were you expecting it to be a little bit difficult, maybe to find a place to land or to work your way back into the game, just given all of the conversations that are happening in the game right now, about alleged sexual assault incidents and such? And even though you were found not guilty, were you expecting it to be a little bit difficult to find your way back in?
Yeah, it was obviously a very long process, and I wanted to follow that process all the way through and do it the right way. And obviously going over to Russia was was definitely a new experience for me. And then coming back, when my court case was done, I just wanted to come back, and I loved playing in the NHL, and I just want to make that happen again, and I have that opportunity right now. So, yeah.
How many other teams did you have discussions with, and how much was this something that you needed to address with teams who potentially showed interest? And do you think that it did get in the way of potential opportunity for you in other spots?
I'm not too sure, but there was quite a few teams, and we had lots of conversations over the summertime, and Edmonton and was one of them, and I talked a lot over the summer with them, and they were really good conversations, and it was a good summer. And after my stuff was all done, we really started to talk more, and obviously it was good to come here.
As Ryan said, Daniel Nugent-Bowman, I know we've spoken a few times in the past, but as Ryan said, it's very important to note that you're found not guilty in a court. But also in the court of public opinion, there are a lot of people that aren't as convinced that you're deserving of this chance. What would you say to fans and people of the community about that, and why you do deserve this chance?
Yeah, it's been, for me, going through something like this it was a very tough thing to go through for me and my family, and my partner, and it was something. It was very hard to go through, and going through something like that, you go through a lot of ups and downs, and you learn a lot about yourself and who you are as a person, and you do a lot of self-reflection on who you are, and you know your self-worth. And, it was a long process, and I thought that by the end of it, I'm very happy and very grateful that I did it the right way and the right process, and I went through the whole thing properly, and now I'm here, and I'm very grateful for this opportunity.
If you don't mind me asking, what did you learn about yourself as a person?
Yeah, there was a lot of things. You learn a lot about yourself and who you are as a person, and, there's... Obviously, I don't want to get into detail. Everyone wants their own personal space on what they worked on and who they are and everything. But it's a very, very exciting opportunity for me to be here, and I'm very excited.
If I could switch over to hockey, I'm just curious about, you've been out of the league for just over a year now. Yeah. You could talk about your season in Russia, but why do you think you're ready or able at this point to kind of resume your NHL career?
Yeah, obviously being in Russia and going through what I was going through was very tough mentally, and going to somewhere where there's very little English, and you can't really talk to many people. It was tough, but coming back here, my goal was to get back to the NHL, and that's always been it. And I've always wanted to play in the NHL. And hockey, I was very excited. I had a great summer. In BC, working out and training with a lot of NHL guys and some great trainers, and I'm just really looking forward for this opportunity.
Hi, Jake. Reed Wilkins from 630 Ched. Just to sort of follow up on what Daniel asked you about fan opinion, public opinion, regardless of the outcome of the trial, there will be some portions of the fan base who just will say, I don't want this guy around my team. Is there anything specifically you would like to say to those fans, if you could get a message out to them today?
It's, everyone has their own opinion on everything, and I think that's important. I think everyone should have their own opinion on everything. That's why we live in a great country, and, everyone has their own opinion on everything, and, I went through the process, and it was very hard, and, it was a long, it felt very long for me in my heart. You know, I was very stressed and I went through a lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, you know, I did it the right way, and I'm very happy I did it the right way. And
Okay, and from a hockey standpoint, I mean, you got an opportunity here. I mean, if we're talking in 2 weeks, what do you hope to say, hey, you know what, I showed this. This is what I was able to prove about myself.
yeah, I just, you know, I want to come in and I want to be a player, you know. I want to get back to my game, and I want to be that forward, that power forward, and I want to use my speed and my shot, and I just want to work hard, and that's what I'm looking to do.
Jake, when you were in Vancouver, expectations were very high. I guess there's probably a lot of pressure that comes with that. What are the expectations here for you and maybe the team? Because you probably won't play up as high in the lineup as maybe you were in Vancouver.
Yeah, I think coming in here, I look, you know, the players are great. You know, you got some of the best players in the world on this team, and very skilled and very exciting team. I think it's going to be a great year for this team. And yeah, I think for me to make this team, I just got to find a way. And, you know, on any line, I think bottom six is where I'm going to start. And that's where I'm going to have to really learn. And I want to be a player there, and I want to do everything and be a 200-foot player. And you just got to give your best effort every day. And you got to come in and you got to work hard. And that's what you have to do.
What was it like in Vancouver when you were supposed to help turn the whole franchise around there? Like, what was the pressures like to play in Vancouver, and how'd you feel you handled them, I guess, there?
Yeah, it was obviously it was great being drafted by Vancouver. You know, I loved that, and being raised, you know, in the Lower Mainland and watching them grow up. You know, the Canucks is a team I always watched. It was great. I loved Vancouver, and they have a great organization there. Nothing bad to say about it. I loved all those guys still, you know, in Vancouver. We had great teammates, and great staff and great organization. And yeah, it was like very tough though, because being a hometown guy and, you know, everyone knowing you, and it was tough, but I really enjoyed it. And yeah, there was a lot of pressure on me, and yeah, I felt like I did all right. And I just want to, you know, on this new start and this new opportunity, very excited.
Jake, can you compare your physical conditioning coming into this camp compared to some of the years when you were younger? And has there been a process and things to learn along those lines along the way here for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think just, you know, as you grow older, obviously you mature as a professional, and you learn new things, and you just want to, you know, you get older and you haven't really done much. You want to do something, you know, you want to win, and you know, it's something I really want to do. I want to win I want to win a Stanley Cup. That's the thing, and that's every player's dream. And you just got to make sure, like you come every day, like I said earlier. But you come every day to the rink, and you're working, and you take care of yourself on and off the ice, and you're doing the right things every day to become that player that you want to be.
How do you compare the shape you're in right now to previous years? Like, have you hit new levels, or where are you at, do you think?
Yeah, I feel great. I mean, in Russia, the Russian training is on another level out there. So we had a nice 6 or 7 months of that, and it really shows. Those guys really work hard over there. But yeah, like you learn new things every day, and you learn from guys you train with, you work out with. You learn from guys that you watch, and yeah, it's just you go older, you get more experience, you learn new things, and you put all those things together, and you want to do that as you go forward.
Jake, question here with Steve Sander from the Canadian Press. Playing in Russia, and you just talked about the fitness, and you talked about the language barrier.
Yeah.
But saying that at some point the war is going to be over, would you ever advise a young player or a player to go there, or do you think that door is kind of closed now? Would you feel safe going back there?
I'm not sure. Obviously that's something I obviously don't support is the war going on, and that was one of the main reasons why I left. And you know, as soon as that war happened, I left, and yeah, it's a tough situation, obviously, and me personally, I wouldn't go back because of it. And you know, it sucks because you meet a lot of guys, the teammates and friends, and you know, Moscow was a beautiful city. It had great restaurants and great people, and then, you know, this whole thing happens and you pretty much turn around and leave, and didn't really get to say bye to any of those guys and was back in Canada. So, yeah. Thanks, guys.